Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today, I want to unbox and review this very special, awesome tripod set. There are three things that got me really excited about this tripod set. The first and most important thing I wanted was that it would be small and light. The second thing I wanted was that it can give me a good tall height. There are a lot of tripods that are small and fit in your bag, but they only come up about this high. That's not tall enough. I need a tall tripod. And the third thing I want is for it to have a Bluetooth shutter button, which means you press the button from anywhere to start recording and you press it again to stop recording. So that's going to be really important for me. So let's open this thing and check it out. What do you say? Let's do it. All right, here it is. Are we ready to do this? So I got this on Amazon. Before I open it, it's basically one of these no-name brand Chinese sort of dealies. So it's not like a retail company from America. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. All right, here it is. So first we have the Bluetooth shutter button that I was telling you about, and this I've had other ones, and they work really well while they're working, but then they disconnect. So I hope I don't have the same problem with this, where it just disconnects by itself, and I have to keep repairing it with, not fixing, but I have to pair it again with Bluetooth all the time. So I hope this one just stays connected. I'm really excited to use this one. It looks different, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so that was a big part of me choosing this tripod. The other part of it, of course, as I mentioned, is that it's a really compact, small tripod that comes with a case. So I can fit that in my backpack, and anytime I need a tripod while I'm on the move, I have one with me that I don't have to carry over my shoulder, because carrying a huge tripod can get very annoying. It would be nice if I can just have it in my backpack and forget about it. So it's also metal. I would have liked something a little lighter and not metal so it doesn't scrape my laptop or whatever's in my bag. That's a really important part of this for me. So hopefully we don't have an issue with that. Okay, here's the tripod. And the other thing was height, of course. So here's this awesome thing about height for this tripod. It actually comes with a selfie stick that attaches to the tripod. So it gives you an immense more amount of height after you already get plenty of height off this tripod. So that's pretty cool. And I can use the selfie stick separately too. So that's like more modularity and flexibility. So that makes this tripod for me a pretty good victory. You know what else I really love about this tripod? A lot of tripods now don't give you this ball joint on the top here, and even a 90-degree angle. That might be really cool for me for my stabilizing gimbal, which oddly enough has a tripod mount screw on its side. And to me, I was like, what? Why is it on the side? Why isn't it on the bottom, like the way it would be on a selfie stick? So that might actually be pretty good for me as well. Okay, so you just snap these. Ooh, just like a selfie stick. We might have to reposition ourselves. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to release each one. So you just spin it. It loosens up. And then you just spin it in the opposite direction to tighten it. So you can see this is giving me about, let's see how many inches of height. So from top to the bottom, looks like we're getting about 23 inches. But also I didn't account for the ball joint. I hope I have this extended all the way. So almost 26 inches. And this is without the selfie stick. So let's open the third leg over here. Okay. So now I have the three legs open, and it also has these lock buttons on the sides here. Oh, this side has a lock button. So you can do this and then angle the leg outwards more. So that kind of gives you more stability. Okay, I think this is the best setup right here. And then you can tighten this ball joint so it's loose, but if you tighten this, then it's more sturdy. So I can loosen it, get it where I want. So it looks like it's about up to my knees. That's how tall it is. Not as tall as I thought, but let's see. So it also comes with this cell phone piece, which I can connect to the mounting screw here or there. Okay. And last but not least in here, it should be the selfie stick. So this selfie stick can be oh, this part is metal right up here. That's good for sturdiness. I've had other sticks where this area breaks, so tighten it here. It's got another ball joint up here. That's pretty cool. And with this selfie stick, the bottom of it attaches to the top of the tripod. So that's pretty cool. So I can use it with or without the tripod. Again, you spin it to loosen it. Ooh, and that's pretty long. So as you can see, I've got my selfie stick here, which is about this long. Let's see how long it is. Well, let's connect it to my tripod. So here's my tripod. I'm just going to spin the selfie stick right here onto the top of the tripod. And all of this build material feels pretty solid. I'm actually going to remove this thing because it gets caught in the middle there and it just rips. I mean, this is outrageous. Attaching it is really tall for the small package that it comes in. It's about up to my chin. I think that's about as high as I would ever want my tripod to be. In fact, this is taller than that full-size tripod that I'm using right now. And let's see. It feels durable enough to be my camera phone tripod, but I would not use this with a heavy camera. It feels a little too flimsy for a big, heavy HD camera or for a DSLR camera. But for a phone camera, to have the versatility to use this as a selfie stick or a tripod on the go that doesn't take much room in your bag, and you can arrange the legs in a million different ways in your house so that you can use it on a table, on the floor. Maybe you don't need the selfie stick sometimes. Sometimes maybe you just want the selfie stick and you don't need the tripod. That's really versatile. I really like that. And I can't wait to see how it works when I attach it to the Osmo mobile gimbal. I'm going to probably just turn this to the side like this and then have the gimbal attached to it right around here. Or I can also maybe contract this and then do the same thing on the bottom ball joint. Just turn it to the right and have more flexibility and range there. So this is it. This is about, let's measure how tall this tripod is. So it looks like we've got about 3 feet on the stick and maybe let's say 2 feet on the floor. 24 and 36. That means we have 60 inches, which is about 5 feet tall. So it's a 5 foot tall, yeah, I'm about 6 feet. So it's a 5 foot tall tripod that when folded and put in the package doesn't take much space at all and is pretty compact and light and has the flexibility and versatility that we spoke about. Plus, it comes with the shutter Bluetooth button, which we're about to test now by starting and stopping the recording once we connect it. And it has the additional phone mounting piece, which I may or may not be using. I'll be testing it to see if it works well and if the pressure is too much or too little on the phone. And not to mention the carry bag, which should help from the scratching, from this metal, scratching or denting or poking heavily on anything else that's in my bag. Although I'll probably still have to keep my laptop in a protective case or something in the backpack so that it doesn't get affected by this tripod or anything else that's in the bag. Let's continue on. Let's test the button now. Okay, now it's time to test the shutter piece. So I'm just going to hold this button until the light comes on. Okay, now it's looking for a connect. Okay, that was pretty easy and seamless. I held the button down, turned it on, and as you saw, I went to Bluetooth and connected, and they connected right away. Now I'm just trying to use it and see how well it stays connected. As you were able to see, it also lets me connect to my headphones and continue using my headphones and mics and whatnot, and also connect to this Bluetooth. That's a new Bluetooth feature where you can connect multiple devices. So it's just nice to see that's working. So I'm testing it. And it works with the iPhone camera app, but unfortunately when I press this button, it just changes the volume in Movie Pro. And I really need Movie Pro as my camera app because I use a special mic situation. Okay, but after tinkering with it for a bit, I found an awesome solution. There's a setting where you can enable the shutter button so it doesn't just change the volume. Ready? Check it out. Okay, pressing it now works. I had to restart the Movie Pro app after changing that setting. Now when I press it, ready, 3, 2, 1, and yep, when I press it, it works. And this thing has stayed connected for a good long while now. The other one would have disconnected by now. I am so thrilled. This setup is looking awesome. It's working awesome. And that's the unboxing. All right, so it seems this button is working really well. I'm pressing it over and over again. It's recording, it's stopping, and it's not disconnecting. That's the most important thing. So it's remaining connected via Bluetooth. And now let's pack this thing up and see just how small it all is to finalize this unboxing and review. So far, I am thrilled. I'm going to go ahead and spin this thing off and just take it off. You see, when you twist it, this thing gets caught in the way. So what I'm going to do is actually just remove it. I don't need this. You don't really need your selfie stick to have like a bracelet or whatever, a safety harness for your wrist. I'm not sure why. This thing's not even strong either. It's so flimsy and weak that, I mean, I've seen these things before. They just rip right off, and then it gets caught when you twist it onto the tripod, and it's just a mess. It's really not necessary. I'm going to take this off. Okay, so now I have easy twist on, twist off capabilities for my tripod. I'm gonna do this, and once again, I use the shutter button. I feel really rested assured too that this blue light is just on. Whenever it's on, it appears to be working properly. So that's really good. So whenever I look at it, I can just be certain that it's still recording. The worst experience is pressing it and thinking you're recording and then finding out later that you aren't. So it'll probably still take a bit more testing for me to really feel sure and confident. But right now, so far, I like what I'm seeing. This thing feels sturdy. It looks good. The button has been working, and this light just stays on. So I'm sure if I hold the button for a while, it can turn it off and save the battery or whatever. But in the meantime, just thrilled, and this seems to be okay. Okay, back to putting this tripod, well, dismantling this tripod and putting it away in my bag. Let's see how quick and easy this is if I'm on the go. I'm just twisting all of the legs to loosen them up, contracting them, spinning it, loosen, up, and then spin it the other way, contract, loosen, okay? And now to fold these legs in, I'm just gonna press these buttons up here. Satisfying clicks. Okay, this is all good. If I want, I guess I can turn this thing to the side, just loosen this, and I guess this makes it shorter. Okay, so now here's my tripod and my selfie stick, same thing. Just loosen. Just gonna loosen all the sections, put it all together, and tighten it by turning it that way. So now none of this stuff comes apart. In fact, I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this stick like right here, like that, or maybe this way, so it takes up less space. And let's see if we can all fit in the bag. Seems like it might be a little long for this bag. Let's try to get it in the other way. Yeah. You know what? The selfie stick, I'm going to say, doesn't really fit in the bag. It would have been nice if it did. And it would have been nice if the bag was just a little more padded or cushioned. I guess I can come up with another bag or find a way to get around this because of the purpose that I told you about. I didn't want the tripod harming anything. But for this small of a tripod and this light of a tripod and the button, the shutter button, to all come in one package, and not to mention this, the reason why I'm not super excited about this, because I have a lot of these already. I bought them over the years separately. But to have another one is good. I mean, sometimes they come in handy. Sure I can fit this in here too. Actually, it would be important because if I'm going to use it, then I should have it in the bag. Okay, so tripod setup on the go with the selfie stick and the shutter button. The shutter button I'll probably just keep more accessible somewhere in my pocket or with some of my other important trinkets, or maybe in this bag too, who knows. But there it is. This will fit in my backpack easily, this packet right here, and it doesn't seem like it's going to cause any major damage to any of the other equipment in the backpack. If I find a better bag for this stuff than this, I'll definitely use it, something a little more cushion and a little taller. That, it'll just be smooth and easy sailing. You can see plenty of room to spare in this backpack with this thing, so good to go. I hope that helped you see how you can get your recording situation all worked out and your tripod situation. And if you have a bag like mine where you keep a laptop, some drives, some cameras and whatever, you can also fit a pretty decent tripod in there now. And of course, I don't go anywhere without my trusted GorillaPod, which is absolutely essential as well. I have more than enough room to throw that in there also for a second camera sometimes, or some lighting equipment or microphone equipment, and not a problem. Still fit plenty of stuff in here and still have all my gear with me. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that helps you out. I'll post a link to this tripod set from Amazon in the description below. If you want to check it out, read some reviews, ask some more questions, leave me a comment, that would be great. I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye. And for the last, shutter one out.